Good morning. Sorry. Good morning. Welcome to the Full of Grace. It's going to be my first sermon ever. So I'm going to be a little shaky, but let me tell you, this is the real me. Yeah, I do got to use glasses to read, so be patient with me. Hey, the Bible, have you ever really got to know it? Most preachers start out and they don't even tell you how to do it. So I'm going to try to tell you. The Bible is a bit like a work of a Shakespeare. Everyone knows it, but it's always things that suggest that you might have to have it on a desert island, you know. But the idea seems that you would have plenty of time necessary to give it attention. That is due to one of the humankind's classic literary compliments. Quite honestly, most of us have a nagging sense that even though we consider ourselves educated people, we don't even really know the Bible or Shakespeare. As well as we should. Fortunately for Shakespeare, however, educational systems usually give us some exposure to it, but only passing glimpses. The Bible might be engaged during school life. And was anybody really listening? It's not a novel. You know that? The Bible is not to be really read from cover to cover. It's not a novel like Jane Austen or Jackie Collins. If you ever tried to, you'd probably get groundhog somewhere around Exodus. The second book of Old Testament with all the long list of laws. The word Bible from Greek is a word of meaning of books. The Bible is a collection of 60 books and were written by different people at different times. If you went back in time, before the start of the 1st century AD, a Bible would have filled a whole shelf or a huge box, for the books would have been separate scrolls rolled up. The book format we know today was invented about the time Jesus was born. I'm going to go through this book a little bit more before I really get to my own thing here, so give me a little bit more patience here. The book has different styles and literature too. There are some stories of historical lists, genealogies, law codes, poems, and hymns, and powerful styles called prophecy. The writings are not only spiritual thoughts and moral guidance, there are all sorts of things in the Bible. The Bible is not a book or books, pure enlightenment with lists of wise things about someone like a Zen master. We need a guide to find our way through the Bible, such a handbook or Bible contemporary on a particular book. That would provide sorts of background information. If you can find a little book like this one, it would help you through these kind of keys. This was given to me in my church, and it tells you a lot about Jesus and where to find the good parts, like in Exodus and all that good stuff. So now, I reference the Bible a lot in my life. Hey, when I found Full of Grace, I was so pleased. I was just a member singing songs for them. And they closed down for a little while. And when they came back, they said, "Daryl, brother, would you like to be our music minister?" I said, "Why, sure, John. It would honor me more than anything." Because at the real church I was at, a lady came in. She moved there. She told me from all churches around, and she found that this church was the best church she'd ever been to. And she came after me. I'd been there for about a year. And, my time there, I was always in the choir and singing, and they praised me a lot for my singing. Most of the people in the audience would shake my hand as I came back down. With her, she could not stand that I got the attention. And John, the preacher there, he stopped me and he said, "Daryl, would you be our music minister? This is my real life church." And I said, "Well, I'd love to, John." Before I could do that, she said, "What about me? I want to be a music minister." So I came back to church the next day thinking I was going to be a music minister, but it was her, the lady that interrupted us rudely, and another lady. I never said a word. I wasn't singing. But the choir director, which was a very sweet lady and doing her job the best she could whenever she wasn't interrupted by these two people, it was just so rude by her. And, I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't watch what they were doing. And when they actually shunned her out to get her, the lady, I'm just going to say her name, I think it was Margaret or something. Margaret and her son John was there in the music career. John couldn't sing, but he played instruments. She got the lady booted out as the choir director and got her son in. And I just seen him taking over this church. Well, after I left, the choir kind of dissipated. I don't know why. I ain't saying it was all me, but I couldn't go back to that church after what they did to that poor lady. I walked in the next practice and they were talking about her so bad. And I thought she did not deserve that, you know. And if this is the way churches are, I don't want to be a part of that church. So I have been back to it, but I will not. I told him I will not ever sing for them again because of that. I told him I'm too busy. I didn't tell him why. And he understands. I told him I was working for the Full of Grace team, and it kept me really busy. And it really does, because I work hard to try to find a good song for us to sing. And it's hard to find things, you know. And most of you may or may not know it, but my daddy, he was a minister too. And he preached to me as I was a kid. And as a kid, you know, I kind of sit there. Sometimes I would drift off, but most of the time I listened to him. When that man would sing, oh Lord, the heavens would open up. He just had this wonderful voice. He played the guitar. And he used to play back in the day and things. And when he died, I found an old book, and it had music lyrics in it. And a lot of them had different singers by their thing, like Eddie Arnold and things. But I don't know if he just wrote the music out. There was no notes or anything like that. But it said with like Eddie Arnold and all them, and gospel songs, and I was like, wow, is it possible that my dad could have wrote with these people? But how would you ever prove it? He's not here for even me to question him, but he never said anything about it. But hey, all of us preach our own way, and I may not be the best preacher, but hey, practice makes perfect. So look to the skies. Thank Jesus every day for what he does for you. Because, my friends, if you're walking this earth, unlike my friend Randy, at 53 years old, he left this world. Congestive heart failure, went to bed, never woke up. I wish that would happen with me one day. Not to suffer or lay in a thing. It's time to go. Come on over to the Full of Grace anytime and enjoy a great sermon, great singing. Join us. Full of Grace on Sing Snap.